Hello and welcome to another episode of Farming Simulator 25. How are we doing, guys? Welcome back to the series. Right, I have decided to move along into November, so we are not continually basically just I don't want to say wasting time, but I do think we weren't doing overly much in the previous month. We were struggling to decide if the cheap square balers were possibly worth it and things like that. So what I've decided is I thought, well, we're gonna just move into November, we'll get some of the winter months kind of out of the way, and then hopefully by spring we should have some money in the bank. That's the idea. I'm not saying that it's gonna work, but you know, it might do. I'm just realising, is this the right lane to take? It is the correct lane. But yeah, I've left it at 8 o'clock. It's a little bit on the dark side at the moment, but we are just going to the sell point for the wood chip, so it's not the end of the world. Now I am expecting this to be quite good on the payment. Payment should have increased. The amount per 1,000 litres should have increased, and well, we've got a bigger trailer, so yes. It took quite a while to fill this trailer actually yesterday. When I was having to cut pieces up into carryable sizes, yeah, it was taking quite a while to prep the branch and stuff. But we will still have a look around and see if there's any mowing contracts. You know, I'm not saying there will be. We might just be straight on to the wood today. And I know some people might be thinking, oh, you know, you're not getting loads in an episode. This, like I say, and I've said a few times, this is not a series about just earning £1 million in a year. Lunatic driver. But yeah, as I said, this is just about, you know, it's about the nice slow and steady series. I am going to be looking at bringing possibly another series soon as well, so this might go down to like 2 or 3 days. Other series might be 2 or 3, you know, whatever the opposite is. Just, yeah, we're going to see about it. It's just at the moment I'm just really enjoying this series. I do love this this kind of series. I really do. I love it when you start with next to nothing. This is how I will be starting my live series as well. Just haven't decided which map to do that on yet, because I do have a choice of 2. Alright, here we go. Right, let's get these into here. I don't even know how much per 1,000 litre I'm getting, but that is looking, wow, 5,000 per trailer. Let's just have a little look on the wood chip price. What is the wood chip today? The wood chip is 400. Well, it would have been better there, but not by a lot. £401. If we can get more wood chip soon, oh my god, we could make a real good amount of money. I think the best thing we can do right now is just have a little look in the shop, just in case anything new has come up. It has not. Okay, I would still like to try and buy that while it's possible, but yeah, I don't think we're gonna get there. So let's have a look at contracts. We have bale wrapping and we have baling. Okay, we do have one mowing contract on field 24. We did 25 last time, guys. We could always go and do field 24. And do you know what? It's maybe not a bad one. Let's just see if anything else pops up. There's a lot of contracts coming up. Right, so on the we've got field 29. That's the one we want. I was going to do that one, but this one's worth a bit more. This is right next to where we're working, guys. This is absolutely perfect. There we go. We will do that, which will be another £4,000. And that's without doing a tree yet either. That is fantastic. Brilliant. So there we go. That is looking like today's job, really. Oh, we have another maniac driver. There we go. And a little cherry bomb exhaust. I tell you what though, guys, if you've not played this map, it is so worth it. This map is amazing, absolutely amazing. Definitely worth the play on if you haven't already. Sorry guys, if I do go a little bit on the quiet side today, I do have a little bit of a chesty cough once again. People are probably wondering, Matt, you've always got a chesty cough. Honestly, at the moment, once I finished yesterday's video, I was outside. I've been basically stripping paint off of like exterior windowsills and stuff, and the dust and stuff, and it's kind of just settled on my chest a little bit as some of the dust. I did have a dust mask. It wasn't a sealed one, and you know, it was just like a little material one. Yeah, and it wasn't overly great, to be quite honest, and yeah, I'm kind of feeling that today. I won't mind, but once I've done this video, I've got a little bit more to do, and that at the moment, guys, is why I won't do any live streams during the week, because I do still have some housework to do. Winter's coming, and you know, I've only got 1, 2, 3. I've got 3 windowsills to paint, but they are bay windows. I've got a little door canopy just above my front door, and I've got 2 windowsills out back to give a second coat, because I did lose the light yesterday. I was at it for hours yesterday. And I've got my daughter's window, which needs 2 coats because I needed to buy an orbital sander, which I did manage to buy, but then I couldn't get any extra pads, and it only came with 1. So yeah, it was been a very busy day for me yesterday, and but this again, one of them jobs where it only needs doing once. I do have some wet weather coming later today, so it'd be nice to try and get a little bit done before like 2 o'clock, and then that way I can avoid the wet weather. Right, well, yeah, I think right now, just gonna leave that there. Ah, there it is. I wondered where the last place for me to look. It's a very dark morning. 8:30 and it's still this dark. I wouldn't say it's this dark normally at 8:30. It's not where I live. Alright. Yeah, so today's plan, guys, is because we did a lot of woodwork yesterday. We're kind of just going to actually spend a little bit of time today and do a different job first. I would much prefer to do it this way, and then do a bit of tree work afterwards, and then that way, you know, depending on what we get done. Okay, this field is not very level. Apparently I'm struggling here to even move. Very, very strange indeed. What I'm going to do, as always, guys, I'm going to try and get one headland done, and then kind of go into a time lapse from there. I am hoping that the daylight is going to come very soon. This is a little bit darker than I would have liked. Oh, sunrise is coming. Okay, sunrise is coming. It is coming. It will be daylight very soon. Maybe by the time we get to the end of the headland. Hoping I am close enough to, and I've got to remember when I do a headland, I need to go the opposite. I always tend to, I don't know what it is. I've never been diagnosed with autism or anything like that. I just love to go around clockwise. Don't know what it is. I'm just struggling a little bit to get close to the trees, but and then obviously, you know, you crash into a tree, that doesn't help. I don't really know what's going on with this though, guys, because I am struggling to even get the power down. We used this mower the other day. This mower's plenty good enough. Sunrise is coming through the trees. We have a little bit of colour. There we go, look at that. This is going to be a really, really nice job. So we've made £5,000. We're going to make about £4,000 on this job. So we're going to be at £9,000 today, and that's before we even get onto any tree work. Don't even know if I'm There we go. That is one headland done. So what I think we'll do is I think we'll get the radio turned on. I think we'll listen to a little bit of music and we'll try and get as much done on this field in the next couple of minutes as possible. Right, there we go, guys. That gave us a lot of time to that gave us a couple of minutes in a time lapse to get a lot done. That's what I meant to do. Sorry. Yeah, it was nice to get this done. A little bit of extra money in the bank. So that is the idea. It's nice to get this field cut as well. Now we won't be cutting this field again this year, because if it does come up as a contract, because we have already done it. I will try and remember the fields we can't cut, but you know, there might be the odd slip up where I just forget. There's a lot of field, and to be honest, it's not like I'm taking note. I'm literally just playing the game. I'm having a blast. Got 11% left to cut. We should be more than enough here. Took a little bit longer than I thought, though. It is a big field for what it is. I didn't think it was this, but then again, I'm doing it with a 3.9 meter mower. If I had that 4.4 meter one, would be an extra half a meter every single strip. Like 2 headlands would be an extra meter wide. I mean, that's where this smaller mower is kind of, I don't want to say it's hindering us, you know, it is what it is. I also did notice at 9 o'clock it was a new item came in the shop. Now obviously, as you can tell, I haven't looked what the item is, but there is a new item in the shop, and I think it's worth having a look in case it's something that we want. And there is well, the Zun hammer is what came in earlier, and now there is something else come up in the shop. A ram body. I don't know what that is. I don't know what either of those items are, but we will have a look in the shop. 4% left to go on this field. That is absolutely amazing. So we've earned about £10,000 today, or at least 9,500. Some whatever it is, we earned basically £5 this morning, and then obviously we've got to just figure out what we're doing here. It's going to be about, I think about 4. I can't remember if it was 4,600. It was some. It was one of the two. It's not the end of the world. Kind of going the wrong way here, but it's just more about. There we go, and that contract is finished. Is it bad? I've got no idea. There we are. I had no idea what area of the field I was in then. I was completely lost. Let's have a little look on this contract here. That was £4,000. So we've earned £9,000 today, guys. Let's have a little look in the shop. What were the items that came in? Oh, nice big trail. That would be really nice, to be fair. Slurry tanker, and yeah, we are going. Yeah, we are losing some items. Like, if I could afford it, which I could, and I could have the horsepower, I would buy that for the front of the John Deere. That would make mowing contracts even quicker still. But you know, at the moment, that is not a priority. The priority right now is to make sure we can get another tree sold today. Get a little bit more on the chip-ins done as well. The thing is, I just don't know right now if it's worth just chipping everything. Chips have come in to be a very, very, very good price, and I'm just trying to decide if it's worth to chip everything. It hasn't got very bright on this game today. I do just want to point that out. It is very, very dark. I think we're going to go for that bad boy there. That tree right in front of us. I'll tell you what we will do, actually. We will just... Yeah, I've got loads here. This is what I've been chipping at the moment, and then chopping it up so I can move it. Some of them I can pick up by hand. Some of them I can, and I've got to like just make them smaller. That does waste a lot of time on the wow, that is a tree. 21 meters. Actually, that's not that big. Let's do this one. This one's just in the way. I was going to do the other one. It's a bit taller, but this one is just kind of in the way at the moment. Whoa. That should be that. Thank you. Let's get that into there. Tree's moving, apparently. This tree is moving. It really, really is. But I was stuck then. Right. It is still moving. Bloody annoying. Come on. Come on, it's the last branch to cut off, I think. There we go. Right, that is it. That's the whole tree. That might be worth a little bit of money. I managed to get the tree whole. Nice. Oh, this will be nice if this is sellable like this. Try and get that onto there. Try and get more central location on the trunk where the weight is. Just give it a little nudge there. Lovely. Look at that. Look at that. Come on. Okay, apparently I've missed a lot of branches. Let's get that cut there. And there's another one down. Ah, I didn't mean to do it like that. So they're under the ground, aren't they? This tree has been lovely to trim. That tree's been absolutely wonderful to trim. What the hell? Oh, there is another one. Sorry, I didn't see that one down there. Let's No, that one has been a little bit of a bugger. Can you imagine if I can't get this one? I literally can't get this one. I'm just gonna have to go with the one. That's annoying. Might get it a bit closer on the road, but I don't know. It's gotta get it out this gap actually. Okay. That's not gonna work. I need to be a little bit more over to the left. Yeah, £9,000 is a good amount of money to make today. I'm very, very happy making £9,000. Just gotta get around that corner there. I need to be on the other side of this bloody trailer. I kind of put the trailer in a very awkward spot. But I'm glad I moved over, because if you look now, we can kind of just... a lot of faffing around. But, you know, we are gonna... I'm gonna get that. Put that onto there. Put that on there like that. And then we should be able to do that. Let's go sell a tree, guys. Let's end with selling a tree. Let's make some good... Let's hopefully try and make some good money. Again, my driving is absolutely atrocious. do apologise for my terrible driving. I'm drive as bad as the wife. I couldn't have put this trailer in a worse spot. Come on, come on. You will go, but am I going to hit the chipper on the way out? I am going to hit the chipper on the way out. That is terrible. Well, we're just going to have to ram the chipper for now because, yeah, I don't want to be moving that really. There we go. Well, yeah, this is, well, look at it. We're dragging it down the road to the shop. I didn't really plan on dragging this to the shop. I did think it might have fitted a little bit nicer. I don't know how much money this is going to be worth. Do you know what? I'm not even going to... I've been very optimistic lately with the price of wood, and it's just not worked well for me. So, do you know what? This is £1,000 piece of wood. If it's £1,000, we've earned 10 grand today, which is really, really good. If it's not worth 10 grand, there's not really much I can do about it. If it's not worth a grand, there's not much I can do about it. But I've been very optimistic, going, oh, well, this will be worth £3,000, £4,000, £5,000. You know what? If I play it on the easy economy, it probably was worth 5 grand and 6 grand and 7 grand and stuff. But you've got to remember, we are playing on the hard economy. That is why things are a little struggle, and the price of the fields are just out of this world, to be honest. And that's one of the reasons why I love playing this kind of series. It just takes time. We are constantly busy and we are constantly struggling, like a new business should be. You know, just think if we didn't start with this tractor and we had to chop the logs up into manageable sizes, Jesus Christ, we'd still be working. Whoa, we'd probably still be working on the first tree. Yeah, I reckon this is going to be £1,000. I need more than £1,000. I will be ecstatic, to be quite honest. So come on, ruin my day like Ferrari does on a weekend at Formula 1. I did say it was going to ruin my weekend like Ferrari on Formula 1. I did say. Can't believe that. 440. That one was probably too long. I know you've got to kind of hit that sweet spot of like 6-8 meters. And that one wasn't. But you know what? It was just nice to see if it was worth more money than I thought. That would have been worth more money chipping. Honestly, right now, everything is worth more money chipping. Chips are the best price right now. It's as simple as that. To chip it, we would make more money. I don't think it's worth selling the wood at the moment. I do think it's worth chipping. But it's cutting it up small enough to carry to chip. That's the problem. £448. I swear the sawmill is conning me. The only other option we've got is we could put 40 grand into our own personal sawmill, but by the time that makes the wood, this piece of land's going to be bare. That's one of the, I don't want to say issues, but that's one of the things we'll have with this. But yeah, that didn't exactly really go to plan again today. Again though, it is nothing we can control with this. I do think it's just worth noting that I might just use a little bit of super strength, just because I did just kind of ram it into the way. I've done so well to not use super strength lately. I did kind of just ram that out of the way with the tractor and trailer. Can't really blame. I really blame it when it was our fault. But yeah, this is basically all I've been. Whoa. This is basically all I've been doing off, off recording. So look, I'll show you what we've been doing. Oh, there's a bit of wood. Wow, there was a bit of wood chip in that. I didn't realise that. 1,000 litres in there already. So we come along here with our little chip, rusty chainsaw. No, we don't. We come over here. We see if we can lift something. We can't lift this. There you go. We can lift that piece there. I think it's a little bit too big to be liftable, but you know, I also aren't gonna moan. And there we go. And that's into there. And we've now got... That little piece alone was over 1,000 litres. That would have been more. Yep, this one is liftable. Hang on. Yep, super strength is off. Some of them just seem a little bit big compared to what you should be able to lift, but as long as super strength is off, that's the main thing. And as you can see there, that little piece... Oh. Sorry about that, sneezing. Hopefully I muted it in time. There we go. That little piece there alone was worth more than that whole tree. So this one is too big. Oh, sorry, that's F2, not. So what we do now, we just cut a little piece off there. Put the chainsaw away. Still, oh wow, that's still too big. Yeah, this is all I've been doing, and then I would cut that in half again. It's very, very slow though on what we can do though. Just do on, and this is kind of, I just wanted to really show you, you know, I am actually doing this way. A bit more. And one of the reasons I like not using the super strength at the moment when doing this is I don't accidentally like pick up the trailer and stuff, which is something I have done in the past. Not on this series obviously, but you know. Lovely jubbly. And just like that, guys, we've got 5,000 leads. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to continue with this over the next couple of minutes, and yeah, I think that's going to be about us done on this episode. Like I say, it's nice. Yeah, I didn't think I was that close to it, to be honest. Just like that, we got another piece done, and yeah, it's nearly 6,25,000 litres already. It's fantastic just to be able to get this done the way we're doing it. And like I say, £5 the trailer load is £5. And genuinely just cannot moan. There we go. Another 400 litres on that. This is the way to do it, I think. Especially since right now the wood chip prices are absolutely amazing, and in the next episode will probably be in December. I'm trying to just keep the winter months turning because, well, the winter months there's going to be less mowing contracts to do, and I am just trying to keep the I don't necessarily want to say farm, but I just want to keep the income rolling in. And so that trailer is actually nearly full right now. That is absolutely amazing. I'm just looking for a piece. There is a piece over there I can pick up, but it's kind of trapped under a log. I'm trying to just pick up some of these other pieces. Plus, it's clearing the land, so we know what space we've got. It would be nice to be able to start getting like these trailers in like the field area, and not having to like always be parking them on the outside. That's a nice piece. Like personally, I don't know, I suppose it goes on personal strength. $9,100 litres, wow. Kind of just filling this trailer really on this episode. I suppose it's quite nice actually, because if you see me fill a trailer, you can see this is exactly what I do off recording, just to fill it, just so that we can be like, look, let's go and sell a trailer load. But I think in the next episode, guys, I think we are gonna just be selling some wood chips. We're gonna just be doing this. I just kind of wish there was an easier way to chip, because when we come to doing the bigger pieces in the next episode, we're gonna wish there was an easier way to do this. Wow. So one more big piece like that. Right, that's what we just pulled out of there. That's still too heavy. That one is not. Yeah, some of them I didn't technically lift. I kind of, if like a piece was too heavy, I would like do that with a piece I could lift, and it would kind of move it. It's kind, but you know, I look at it this way. I didn't use super strength. I did technically find a loophole, but you know, I didn't use it. Is 10.5 out. That was not a lot. That didn't give me a lot. I know there is some more in here. That one there. This one is very light. A lot of this will just disappear, to be honest. But yeah, that is kind of how we've been keeping this series moving along, guys. So hopefully you have enjoyed this episode. It's been, once again, slightly different. You know, we are limited to our movements at the moment. 11,200. Yeah, we've kind of just been getting through some of the wood pile. The problem is at the moment is I've kind of just made an absolute mess on the way in. I don't think I could really get in there with the tractor anyway now. I think I would have to, you know, I'd have to ram all this back out of the way. So at least if we are chipping in the next episode, we can just chip at the beginning and work our way down, basically. I don't think there's any of this is going to be liftable. I didn't think it would be, but you just never know. Sometimes you know, like I say, it's amazing what your little player can lift. And if not, at least we can come in with the tractor with the straps and get a little bit more done. That is up there like that. That is up there like that. Yeah, that is not good at all. And there you go. That's kind of what we've been doing all along. Just chopping, making sure we can carry it, kind of get a trailer full. And we've got pretty much a full trailer there. One tiny little bit left, which I know there is a little bit here from the piece we just cut. Where did you go? You were kind of in this wall bit, were you? There it is. That might just about fill this trailer. There it goes. I can't remember. Yep, there you go. 12,600 litres. So as you can see, we've just completely chipped and filled the trailer, and that is literally what we've been doing. off recording. As I say, guys, hopefully you have enjoyed this episode. This is where I will leave it here. We will sell this wood chips at the beginning of the next episode, and yeah, hopefully, just hopefully, we can make some serious money with the wood chips in the next episode. As I say, thank you for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye for now.